Hi guys, this is Tari. Welcome back to this new video in the Tari Talks series. Recently, SMG4 released the movie SMG4 Movie, Western Spaghetti. In fact, in a little while I will explain in detail what happened in the movie, some theories, and maybe even some details that you may not have noticed or associated with. However, with the arrival of the movie, the live, Get OFF the Train, is over. I would like to talk a little bit about what happened inside it first, though. When the timer, however, reached 1 hour remaining, the train disappeared with interference. The live obviously had a different ending that I managed to catch just in time, and now I will show it to you. As we can tell from this message, which is identical as the one in the last live for the movie, it's gotta be perfect. SMG4 has already uploaded the movie and invites us to go watch it from his channel. The film opens with a cute intro to say the least, interrupted by the arrival of Maggie as the Old West version. We can see that she is accompanied by Tari and Mario. Maggie then introduces her mission and her companions, saying that Tari is scared and Mario is an idiot, but her best friend. She is still focused on the mission to find her idol, One-Shot Ren. As they walk through the desert, Maggie tells the others to hide because there are bandits, namely her friends, the ones in the other train car. Frightened, Tari points her weapon, but Mario instead greets them very peacefully, attracting attention. In this film, then, her other friends are labeled as bandits and Maggie thinks that with them she centers the disappearance of her idol. Mario starts the dance and then very quickly goes into hiding. Maggie, like last time, doesn't want to put Tari at risk, but we still don't know why, and makes Mario go to create even more hubbub and distraction. After several memes and fights, including a reference to Star Wars, the battle does not end there. But Maggie is not surprised by the others but eventually discovers that they are not bandits because they are only carrying potatoes, the ones they had on the train. In fact, that is why they had attacked Bob and Boopkins. Belle announces that she has heard that Maggie's idol has attacked the town, Western Spaghetti, and the others mock the two best friends for this. Arriving at the town, we also notice other characters and Bob Old West version. He is called Buffalo Bob. Swag has become a sheriff and wants to terminate Bob for good, but is rescued by Boop the Kid, or Boopkins, with his wagon to retrieve his friend, who betrayed him on the train. SMG3, SMG4, and Psycho attempt to retrieve the fugitives but fail. Bob announces that he is then part of a crew that includes One-Shot Ren. Arriving in town, the three friends receive a rather grim arrival, although they have won, for in fact One-Shot Ren will attack the town. In fact, Swag and Chris escape. Maggie finds out that his idol is even a wanted man in the Old West, but he wants to convince the others by making them think he is a hero. Sheriff Maggie, promoted by Swag, decides to train citizens with guns, but rightly nothing good happens. Mario flies off. SMG4 does not catch a target. Luigi escapes. But Karen succeeds even though she finds a fellow Starbucks worker and feels bad for him. Melanie sleeps and SMG3 wants to use dynamite. Tari manages to grab a weapon and is incited by Maggie, but she also fails by dropping a satellite on Mario. In fact, she is restricted by her coach by giving him a water gun. They train until sunset and everyone is exhausted. Maggie asks Tari for help to cheer the others on, but her friend has a panic attack, as if she doesn't know where she is. It seems as if he has two personalities or is a double person. Tari wants to take action but is limited again by his coach, and then he thinks he is useless because he cannot fight. Her friend thinks that so this trip will make Tari realize that things will get better. While she is sleeping, she has a bad dream. She is in a train, everyone is shouting, and there is a figure in front of her. He wakes up without Tari, leaves the bedroom and finds himself in a saloon. He asks the bar, where Bestie is, for some milk, but it doesn't look like her because she is absent. Another character, namely Axel, shows up. We can then see that this is a kind of fiction, because both characters are dead. Maggie wants to go back to sleep and asks Tari to do the same, but she cries, remaining immobilized, telling Maggie to leave and reminding herself that Axel and Bestie no longer exist and this is all fiction. Tari's eyes become like the interference of a television and she collapses on the floor. Her friend starts crying and running away. Her only salvation was a gray door, into which she dives. She wakes up but in an operating room and with braces on her head, but finds her friend Mario in the same room. They both decide to escape, finding themselves in a corridor of rooms, as if it were a large hospital. Mario decides not to follow Maggie but to check the other rooms. They find the same beds they woke up from but empty. In that room there is the same television again and the symbol in Gary's mod map showing a meme about Mario. The video, however, moves from television into television, always changing location, and his friend wants to follow him. They find him in the hallway light and he is always changing positions. Maggie then understands that he wants to help them find the exit and they decide to follow him. He stops at a door, which was not the exit but again another room, and the image disappears. Mario finds some kind of computer with a weapon nearby that shows a video of Tari being stuck in some kind of computer. Eventually Tari tells Maggie the truth that everyone has been kidnapped and never made it to the Old West and even trapped in a virtual reality. They have been trapped by her idol, namely One-Shot Ren. She picks up the weapon and interrupts Tari, who wants to keep talking. Maggie finds Ren and asks him why this is happening. Ren tells his story, that he was the champion of one Splatfest and after becoming poor, he gets a letter to enter a virtual world, that of Western Spaghetti. He has given Maggie's hat to the other Inklings and Maggie wants to finish this. They are brought back into the simulation and she is shot by Ren, who reveals to him that she never came out of the ladder. Her idol, however, remains with the idea of cooperating with her. Maggie's pain, however, was real. She wakes up again in the same room where she fell asleep, remembering what she experienced. Everyone is acting very strange, as if they no one shot Ren, but Mario is no longer normal either. While trying to escape, Maggie finds Ren and is shot again. She wakes up in her room again, as if it were a time loop with no way out. Wherever she hid, it did not change her fate. A month later Maggie goes insane, thinking that whoever Ren is and could attack her. So she takes SMG4 hostage and Tari arrives, who says she is really her and convinces her friend to come with her. They arrive at a scattered place and she says to follow her, starts taking 6 steps forward and 6 steps left. She lifts a stone and finds a kind of hole where they both end up. They find themselves in the same place where Axel was, which is the Digital Ether, a world created by Tari, only to save her friend who has concentrated her forces to create this world. They both want to save her friends and stop Ren, thanks to a plan. The city is deserted and Swag and Chris have captured everyone else, but they do not even remember why they are doing this. Maggie arrives to save the day and challenges Ren to a duel, which starts an epic fight. Unfortunately, she is hit in the hand. Her friends break free and want to help her. Ren takes control, but Tari wakes up her friends from the effects of the simulation. She changes places completely, and of course now Ren has allies. Bob is rescued by Melanie, meanwhile Swag and Psycho defend the others. Boopkins also goes on the attack with his potato shooter. SMG4 creates a new weapon, but everyone is stopped by Ren except Mario, who dodges Ren's one shot. He distracts the enemies with a dance and Swag disarms the bandit who is cornered. Maggie uses her weapon and, with Tari's help, this time actually manages to get out of the simulation and frees her. Ren of course is angry and wants to destroy the whole place, but he even manages the real world. The two friends gradually wake everyone up from the simulation and Ren finds himself in the flames. A few days later, Maggie starts coaching the little Inklings, with Tari and Mario as assistants. They start playing and SMG4 makes it clear that they are growing a lot. The movie then ends with the new merchandising. Surely after this film, we can understand that soon the new castle will be built. We know that Maggie and Tari are now great friends, so it could also be that there will even be videos dedicated only to their adventures. We don't know if One-Shot Ren really disappeared though. It could also be that he survived, but I don't think so. For the next videos to come we will see Maggie, Tari, and Mario training the little Inklings for Splatfest, among other things. Will this be the beginning of an arc? We can't know yet, but one thing is certain. The new videos will certainly be better than these from now. The film was very moving, but also well done. This means that the SMG4 team is growing and improving day by day. I hope the next films will be very similar to this last one, which is one of my favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please write what you think about the movie below in the comments. Hi guys.